So for Savate box Francais, an easy way to remember it because we use the French terminology, typically all the drills are going to start with left lead. For the majority of kicks, except for the coup de pas bas, you're going to be doing them low line, bas, medium, and high line. So as you work your flexibility, you want to work from there. There's two types of Revere kicks or reversal kicks. One is an inside crescent kick that we know it for with the toe pointed up, and one is a lateral Revere kick, which is your hooks. You also have two types of chassés. Chassés mean to chase or to hunt. You have your chassé frontal and your chassé lateral. So when you hear the word lateral, it's the horizontal angle of the toes. When you hear the word frontal, the toes are always going to be pointed up. So if he's in that lead real quick and I want to do a low line, a bas, and my hands are up, and I decide to do a front leg or a back leg, go to put your hands up for a second. I'm going to recoil my knees up high, and I'm going to extend it here above the kneecap. That's my chassé or chassé frontal because the toe is pointed up high. If I want to use the rear leg, the knee always comes up, and I slam into that thigh if I'm doing a low line. Again, toes are pointed up. If I want to emulate the same thing from a Revere or a reverse kick, then I'm going to do, if I'm going to do the frontal Revere, my toe is also going to point up, and I'm going in from my inside to the outside. So I'm crossing the inside of my body, and I'm going here. So we know that in, like I said, the karate and the kung fu has that inside crescent kick. So the difference is, real quick, rear leg, chassé frontal, rear leg, frontal Revere. Lead leg, chassé frontal, lead leg, frontal Revere. Now if I do the same thing from the lateral position, the lead leg is going to do a chassé lateral, the rear leg is going to do a chassé lateral. Now if I want to make that into a reverse kick, it becomes a hook kick because we're going to be doing a lateral Revere or a lateral position hook kick. Same thing here, I come up and I extend with my toes. Same thing on the midsection. So the main thing to remember is if you hear the word frontal and it's a chassé, chassé is to thrust, to press, to hunt, to chase. I bring my knee up and my toes pointed up. If you hear the word frontal but it's with the connection of the word Revere or reverse kick, then it's going to be an inside crescent kick with the toe pointed up. If you hear the word lateral with the chassé, it's going to be a side thrust kick. If you hear the word lateral with the reverse, it's going to be more that hook kick. So it's in that position. And then you practice low, medium, and high. I just demonstrated on the low side. Typically that reversal kick, when it's a crescent kick or a frontal Revere, his hands are up. I'm going to try to put the hands down. And then it opens up the face. Excuse me. You can try to get the head. It's just a little bit harder because you're going up, straight up at an angle, so you're not extending out as much, so you don't have the same reach you would with the hook kick. So the hook kick is going to have more of a reach versus the frontal or that inside crescent kick with the toe up is going to have more of a just vertical straight up. So it's more than likely to hit the hands than it is to hit the head. If his hands are up and I do a hook kick, it's more than likely to hook and get the head versus if I do a toe up position, and that's just going to drop the hand, so I have to set up for a counter with my punches. So the whole point is when I want to do my chassés, you're trying to push the person back, right? You're trying to do a frontal chassé or you're trying to do a lateral chassé. If I'm going to be doing the Revere kicks, that's going to be typically your hook kicks or your crescent kicks. Those may not have as much power input to them unless I'm adding a spin to it. And if it's a inside crescent kick or that Revere, frontal Revere, I typically am going to use it to knock their hands down, and I'm going to follow with my jabs or crosses, my direct punches. So practice those drills.